Hello everyone, welcome back to Best Car Breaks, and today I'm going to be reviewing set 75229 Death Star Escape. If you do end up enjoying the video, make sure you leave a like and subscribe. Alright, so we're going to start off the review as I always do and take a look at the original instruction manual. When I bought this set, I did not collect the boxes, so I did not collect the box of new sets. I collected the box of the old sets, but I do still have the original instruction manual, so there you can see the box art a little bit better with that Darth Vader right there, and then just still showing them in an action pose. So it is pretty standard instruction manual, it being rather new. 3 bags, like it's pretty standard in terms of the building process. It uses the same artwork and everything they use nowadays, but there is a little bit of advertising on the back for some Lego. Maybe you'll see a couple of these sets come out. I do have some of these. Yeah, I actually have most of those. Yeah. So just a little bit of advertising, a little bit of Lego life, and showing off a little bit of the play features. So, standard instruction manual. I am always happy to have in some of the original packaging of a Lego set. I believe, while the box is cool, I believe the Lego set is not complete without its original instruction manual. Actually, I'm going to do something a little bit different and go take a look at the minifigs next. Some of the build does use the minifigs quite a bit. It's kind of an interactive one, which is nice. So we're going to take a look at them first so I can demonstrate some of the play features better. Alright, so here are the first 2 minifigs we're going to take a look at. They are the, good guys, quote unquote, of the set. And we have Luke Skywalker and Leia here, Princess Leia. So of course, the Luke Skywalker minifig, I believe, is the only exclusive minifig. That's just all the stuff he's wearing. While we're at it, let's take a look at him. So, of course, he just has the standard, the standard printing there for Farm Boy Luke. Always looks great. I think they did a good job on it, and that nice hairpiece. In terms of the, same face, this is a pretty common minifig if you take away all the stuff that he has on. But speaking of all the stuff he has on, he has a Stormtrooper belt, accurate. And he has this clear piece. I'm always happy to have that. I'm always happy to have that piece that allows Leia to grab onto him. And then he's also equipped with a grappling hook so he can swing to safety. We're going to take a look at how that works in a little bit. But there's not really too much to say about this minifig. I go a little bit more in depth here of this guy in just a little bit in my my Obi-Wan's Hut review, because there's all this stuff on him. I'm not going to go too much in depth. I'm still happy to have him. Happy to have that grappling hook piece right there, though, and he's equipped with Anakin Skywalker's lightsaber, which, not accurate, but it's fun for the kids. Here is Leia. This was actually in my collection. This was my very first A New Hope Leia with those classic buns. Which was nice, because my first ever Leia minifig was Slave Leia from the 2006 Jabba sail barge. So it's nice to get one that was a little bit more common, almost. So she's equipped with a Stormtrooper blaster, which is of course accurate. No printing on the legs, not necessary. Would have been nice, but it's always nice to get Leia in a cheap set. A lot of times she comes in more expensive sets. She has this incredible hairpiece here. And this dark color, it looks great. Overall, they just about mastered the Princess Leia minifig. And I think that she has great expressions too. Just brings out a lot of the character. There's her back printing with the hood and more of the belt. Overall, I like this Leia minifig a lot. While she's not exclusive, I'm always happy to have her. Here's the bad guy, but before he gets to the Stormtrooper, here's this guy. I guess he's not technically a minifig, but it is a mouse droid. I believe that they just cleaned the floors, and in a comic, I believe R2-D2 used them to beat up a bunch of Stormtroopers. So they hardly change in design. I believe the only real thing is that, you know, they use their studs with the holes in them. Besides that, simple little build. You know, it is a mouse droid. Always kind of cool to have. Good for, you know, Imperial Death Star mocks. It's a nice space filler. Here's the Stormtrooper. No, I'm not going to go too in depth about what I think about the helmet. I did do a separate video on that where I compared the original Stormtrooper to this. This is actually the guy I used in the video. And yeah, you know, I think I like the helmet here actually. I know a lot of people don't. Think it looks more menacing, and from some angles it does look more accurate, I think. It's dual molded and incredibly detailed. I think it's the first time I've gotten printing on the back there. And, you know, he just has Angry Clown. But he has really nice printing. I don't think it was changed from the last variation, if it was ever so slightly. It has the standard blaster pistol. You know, it's a minifig. So now we're going to take a look at the build. So here's the build here. This is, of course, representing the scene where Luke Skywalker and Princess Leia are swinging across, I guess, the giant hole in the Death Star, because battle stations have giant holes. I'm sure it has some sort of, you know, good meaning to it. But first, before we get into more, you know, the more detailed play features, go a few obvious ones. You can pull that back, and you can rearrange this. On the instruction manual, it shows it like that. You can also do it like that. So not only does that help with display, now you can display it better. You know, I think it might add some play value, since now kids can do certain scenarios, because this is not this is still new enough that I think it's good for kids to be playing with it. It's not like a really old set. I think it's like 2018 or something, so not that old. Alright, so we're gonna start off over here on the back. Right, the back, I can appreciate the little bit of detail. I can appreciate that. Yeah, you know, what are you gonna do? But I think that with all this exposed stuff, it's worth it for the play feature, because it's very simple but cool mechanism. You can also bring that back, so now you have room. And since it limits the room on that side, you can accurately, you know, you can actually portray, you know, the characters like that, you know. So I think it's a good thing in that sense. So that's all I'm gonna really say about that. You got a little bit of those bricks there, a little bit of greebling, but let's just take a look at this part here. I like how they use tiles out there. I don't know if there's a console piece there. You do get an extra one in the set, which I'm always happy to get. And you know, they did put some little bit of red detailing. Overall, it looks like it's from the Death Star. It has the correct color scheme. It has the correct greebling. You know, it looks like the Death Star. Now, I don't know if you can see up here. Now, let's go back to Luke here. So now, if we get that, and he can swing. Might have to rearrange this a little bit better. Alright, well, you know, it's the thought that matters, definitely. Like, yep, he doesn't exactly touch it, but, you know, it's the thought that matters. I think kids can still, you know, it's good enough for kids. You know, they can always just, I don't know, you know. It's definitely good enough. You know, this top part up here, though, looks pretty good. I'm actually going to lift up with the camera. I don't do that very often, so excuse my hand. Yep, I like it. I think that using those wheel pieces is nice. Oh, you can also connect Luke to here. Kinda. It works. Those spin, but you know, I think that, yeah, there's a little bit of brown underneath. Overall, I'm happy with that part. It's detailed enough. So, and, you know, they just use black plates down there. You know, what else are they going to use? You do see a little bit of stuff right there, but I think it's a nice compromise to being able to, you know, articulate that a little bit real quickly. There's the bottom. Nothing really. Nothing, you know, nothing of interest. Now, I'm just going to move that back. So now we're going to look at, I think, which is the more interesting side. This is the other side. So first you do have those kind of like fang or teeth pieces, which catches that. Works nicely. I like it. And, you know, you have a little bit of a cliff there, which this thing on it. This is a little tool rack which can be taken off. Not exactly why they have you take it off, but I guess it's, uses the imagination. Lego nowadays, just do that too much. So I can appreciate a little bit of that. Just play ways. You can take it off. It has some binoculars for the Stormtrooper, white binoculars, I believe. Newer color for the mode. You can also store blaster. His blaster, which is cool. A little bit of red bricks. Now, I like the tiles that are on here. That looks nice. I can appreciate no studs. But all right, so there's another console right there to, I think, operate that. Just forget to mention, maybe you can see in their detail a little bit. I can like how they use studs and one of those round bricks there. But this is a hole for our mouse droid friend to go in. That's cool. Adds play value, and it adds kind of a meaning for this mouse droid. One of the things I really like about this set, there's places for all the figures to go. Whether, Luke and Leia are hanging up here, they're on the bridge, the Stormtrooper can go up here, which we're going to take a look at in a sec. It's not like a ship that can hold one minifig, and all the other minifigs are kind of like lying around. All the minifigures have a place in this set, which I like. Now, they just kind of scatter those pieces around. I think it works to kind of pretty good effect. There are some translucent red bricks there. I don't know, Yeah, that can also add a little bit more space if you take it out. It would have been nice if that give you somewhere else to put it, a little bit of mobility. I can appreciate them giving you a way to get up here. It's a bit awkward, the Stormtrooper has to climb up there, climb over the console, It's the thought that counts. Once again, I can appreciate them. You have a little bit textured bricks there, which I can always appreciate. It's almost a window for the mouse droid. Cute little thing. Used a nice art piece. Now, you might mention that red thing. Now, the red on its own isn't really that annoying. Yeah, that brown kind of is. But here's what you do. There's this console piece up here, which is on this little arch plate, which is important. That console piece, which I'm always happy to get more of those. What you do here is that, you do that. And what this does, this replicates. I think this is like so fun. So what you can do here, you put the Stormtrooper on here, right? And then, nope, it didn't work as well that time. All right. Okay, it's been a little while since this have been used. Okay, so basically what it does, it launches the Stormtrooper out. Yep, there you go. Okay, it worked that time. Well, he does not go flying. It does give him enough mobility to move. I guess you can do it with any figure. Yeah, by the way that this is made, they usually always fall into the general area of the pit. Okay, that time it didn't. Does not work as well as maybe it should, but I think it's a fun play feature. I think it's good enough for kids, like, to be honest. I don't know if there's much more a kid could ask for than to, it's good for the scene, I think. If they didn't put anything up here, it would have been boring. So I can appreciate that. Appreciate that a lot. Oh, there you go. See, it worked that time. You just launch the Stormtrooper out. It's also good. Yep, it works. All right, now I got it. I wasn't putting as much force into it. You see? Okay, it's working now. Now that it works, I like it. Gives you a good place to put them just for display, Yeah, I like the, that's really all for this. For the look at the build, now I'm going to take a look at the overview. Alright, so my overall thoughts on this, I think I like it. I think it has some good play value, kind of swing across that, having some retractability, and I guess some also, having to, do stuff like that. I think the ability to have the Stormtrooper fly off is really fun. Minifigs are all appropriate and great for this set. It's always nice to get that Leia in a cheaper set. The Stormtrooper, that is an exclusive Luke. What are you gonna... Even though, it's not the most exclusive minifig, still pretty cool. So, for my overall thoughts, I'm happy with this. I'm happy with my purchase of this set. So that's going to do all for today. I hope you end up enjoying this video, and I'll see you in my next one.